S&D ever played. I don't know why I jinxed it by saying a lot of creative looks, some B hits coming through, teams mixing it up. It has just been free A plant after free A plant. And just the question is, how effective can your retakes be? RC cards being used in 3 different rounds to no avail.
Nope.
For round 11, you almost prefer to have the attack. The question is, who got more kills? Well, Minnesota did. Shout out to Estriel for having 12. That means they get the defense for the final round.
Oh, here we go. 3 players through mid. I wonder how much information. Oh, loads of intel. Oh, 4. The dead nades, you name it, all being thrown, holding the boys at bay. Able to get the plant as well, so he's kept his nerve. Retake potential is here, but Rocker have got to rethink this.
They're trained for the RC card to no avail again. Geo, though, finds a pick, and Estriel gets the next one. A 2v3 now for Vancouver.
Dixie Semtex buys you nothing but time, but they've lost the man down there. Nasty out by Paul. All of them have gone down low, though. You could arguably hop this. Stun check. He's on it. That's it. That's the defuse going through. Anyone there to jump on this? Nasty find the angle. Nasty. Go, Hixie. Can they stop it? They can't. Oh, my God, Rocker. What a defuse. You fake nothing. You throw bodies at it, and you manage to steal the win. What a search and destroy that was. What a series this has been.
They're just so gritty, Miles. Estriel finds a kill, must just zap somebody down low. In Geo, he finally wins that outer B Street gunfight as well. Not gonna lie, Vancouver trolled that. No reason to overchow when you already have the bomb down, and you knew where all 3 players were as well. But the resolve of those 3 players pays off towards the end. Vancouver just a little too slow. Shockingly so, after we just played on a skyline. You think they'd be moving at light speed, but the breakneck of the round 11, things just get slower and slower and slower. But shout out Estriel, 4 bomb plants in 13 kills in the ninja, well, not a ninja defuse, but the defuse at the end as well. I mean, that is a masterclass of an S&D there to break Surge down.
My word, well, the Vancouver boys looking a little slow after the first map. Maybe get him a Timmy Hortons and have an opportunity to take a quick break and think about protocol control in a moment, folks. But, oh, look at that. Skyline was a banger. 6-5 on Vault. Estriel just jumping on that thing. I'm so shocked, man. I'm shocked. This has been a good series. What the hell is ahead of us? Let's think about that in a moment. For now, let's have a little look back at the desk.
This is a banger.
We're going to be here for a while tonight. I have a feeling we're now going to a Game 5. Thank you, Minnesota, and thank you, Vancouver, for kind of folding in that round 11. But let's look at the highlights from this Game 2, Allie, because this was Vancouver jumping off to a great start. Minnesota, though, in the second half, coming right back at them.
Absolutely. I mean, you forget that Surge was 3-0 at the start of this map number 2, and you have to tip your hat to the adjustments from the side of Minnesota Rocker, because their attack was seriously struggling. Same with their defense. They were playing way too passive, allowing Surge to get into vault and getting that bomb down very quickly. And we saw some adjustments later on, and it happened right after Paul's insane 1v2. He doesn't get that. They don't win this map. So tip my hat off to Minnesota Rocker for the adjustments, but also Vancouver Surge kind of beating themselves and trolling, as Chance said in the round 11.
Manwis, you picked Minnesota to win this series.
Should be up 2-0.
They could be up 2-0. So let's talk about this Minnesota squad. First and foremost, how is Estriel keeping pace with the numbers he's been dropping since the start of January? And will he ever get poached in the 2025 season?
I think this roster should stay together, man. I think Chance and Miles talking about like how greedy that they've been and like their true skill ceiling, I think we've yet to see.
Okay.
Like I said, they've been losing a lot of close hard points and scrims. Apparently they've been frying. I think it's only a matter of time until it translates to the matches. And then in this last round, like, dude, their backs are against the wall, the low ball, like they've given it up to Surge. They have to retake and they just win some big ones. Geo finds a massive kill. And, you know, on the side of Surge, like, if you're Ray, if you're the coach, you're sitting here losing your mind.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, we got ball, we got down low, bottom ball. Let's just plant it and play trades. And unfortunately, they lose that. Now we're 1-1.
They were able to clutch up against Carolina yesterday in a round 11. Today, Vancouver fall victim as we are knotted up 1 apiece. But Control is coming up next, Alley Cat.
It is coming up next, and it's a protocol, and I have to lean a little bit for Surge on this, but I gotta say, with the way Nero opened up that skyline with that 44 kills, and then even in the vault, like, he never stopped going, I'd be very nervous with him going on to protocol.
Minnesota fans know they should be on match point, even though it's knotted up. But let's show them why they're not knotted knotted up right now with a 2-0.
Yeah, let's jump into drawing conclusions. Got Teleshader today. We're going to try to make sense of the end of this map. It was wild, so let's talk a little bit about it. So this is rotation to the final hill here. You're going to see what I think happens here is number 8. He is influencing the spawn by just looking through there, which is why you get a player on Surge spawning out. And so you're going to see all the players in Rock are going to reroute, and they're going to go over towards hill, right? They're going to win this trade battle. And people are wondering, why didn't they get the spawn? I'm wondering why they didn't get the spawn. Let's play it, and when we get to that one, we're going to freeze frame, and I have a theory as to why. But you see number 4 spawns out. I think 8 blocks the back spawn by just looking at it, which is why he spawns out. They win this trade battle. It gets down here to the final fight. So you see, let's freeze frame it right here. So in this moment, if you're Rocker, you see you have a player in hill, you guys should be spawning here. But what I think happens is Rocker is the first team to spawn right here. So they're going to have the first player to respawn. I think 4, which is Hixie, he's influencing this by just being able to see that back there. It's the only thing I can make sense of. Otherwise, it does not make sense for a player on the Surge to spawn back there. You won that fight. It is such a ridiculous spawn. It's a split-second thing, but I think Hixie being there and just looking back there influences that spawn somehow. Sometimes the game is unfortunate. People are going to rage about it, trying to make sense of it, and that's what we think happened.
Don't leave your fate to the COD guys.
I would be furious. On the record, if I was Rocker, I would be furious. We killed everybody. We should have the spawn.
You won the fight from behind the bathtub. You get the squad wipe.
You're furthest on the map. You're closer to the back. I think just the sightline influence.
Either way, Allie and I picked Vancouver, and we think it's a fair play. It's time to get into game number 3, Vancouver. Take this one safely, please.
That was a really interesting drawing conclusions. We just talked about it as well. Maybe the fact that it was a contested hard point when they actually spawned out might have changed something there. Wild stuff. Either way, COD gods, whatever, baby. Let's get it. Here we go. Chance protocol control. How are we feeling about this one? I mean, this series has been a banger so far. Surely this is the same.
Well, this is a map that I think like Atlanta FaZe are showing off how to play at least like the attacking rounds. Like defense is very stock and standard. You go for the absolute spawn trap blenders, but at least for Minnesota, they played this map just a little bit more, at least in terms of like any competitive matches. So I mean, let's control this month. A few of those splashes for Rocker are actually gonna be on this map, so maybe slightly more practice. But just to touch back on the spawns rolling through and like that type of mixiness that the pro teams have to figure out. I'll never forget like having a conversation with a coach after like the Black Ops 4 season, and he's telling me that they figured out how to like influence spawns, that like walls in certain places didn't like quote exist in the game. So if you're looking to block a spawn, you could even do it through walls, and just insane stuff that you can figure out if you're down in the nitty gritty. But I do kind of vibe with Nameless of just the fact that Hixie could see into it is enough to block from time to time. But I don't know. I mean, that map comes down to margins, the nitty gritty, and that is something that Estriel has enjoyed in the controlled game mode as well. Super solid on the kills front, fantastic KD, and objective-minded as well. But for the protocol, the battle for the offensive round wins. We'll see if either team can deliver.
Yeah, it's whose gritty winter is it? I'm going to keep saying it until it sticks. Maybe there'll be t-shirts in Madrid. Estriel, we were talking about you in the pre-show. We're going to be talking about you now. Nice kill there on X, even as far as we now go. A little bit of B-zone on the menu now. Not an easy place to defend from, but great awareness. Without the help of his boys, though, he is going to have to back on up. A-zone a lot easier to capture alone. Nice bit of cover there in the middle of that SAM site, but problems, 0-4. He's everywhere right now.
Yeah, Nero just did not know what direction to look, and Estriel down low is sort of a nuisance, but Vancouver end up just ignoring him. They're going for the spawn kills, so now the minimap looking wild. Estriel's over here just breaking windows while his teammates are in a bit of a spawn trap, but they clear out their spawn. Now he's able to strike and get on zone. You already know where those players are spawning. Way back Lighthouse. Should be good progress on this A zone, while Nero, he just gets to play for the spawners.
Yeah, he's the face smash. He's just going in for it. Toe-to-toe there with Nasty. Difficult fight to win. Paul pushing forward. Great shots there on a Hixie. Not enough there out of the life onto a Boozer, who could cause problems now. But again, I think with the names in hand, he's going to be wishing for a little bit more. And he doesn't get a thing, though. He gets absolutely spit roast there by the Rocker boys as they now fight their way out through mid. A-zone now starting to drain the progress there. So Vancouver, you're doing the very best you can to keep a hold of this attack, because it is wild on protocol.
Yeah, I'm going to clutch my pearls while I think Minnesota just clutching onto their spot. Like, Estriel is I mean, he's dedicated to go for these flank routes, but they have not like stopped the Vancouver players from getting into their spawn at all. So they're having like this sort of cycle fights where they're getting the kills, start to push forward, and someone from Surge is always on the pinch and very difficult to deal with, but Geo makes it look like light work. But here's another flank route rolling through.
Oh my God.
And the COD timing on their sides as well. That is the man off point. 4 seconds left to go. Minnesota just not able to control anything in this round.
Like, how did Hixie get behind me? Like, brother, I could not tell you. That was 0.1 on the clock there, paused. Surge, good stuff, boys. That was a very, very wild round. They take the first. They're going to swap sides now and see how their attack goes.
And, you know, the easier said than done category, but watching Atlanta play this map of like when that lighthouse spawn was coming through, Selim was doing an elite job of just being in like the trips windows and watching the players as they're pushing out of P2, finding random kills, getting tags in, and just slowing down those flanks so much. But Minnesota Rocker unable to do so in any capacity. So Vancouver, constant floods on the flanks, and I mean that's all your goal is, to be a nuisance on defense. They absolutely deliver, and not a ton of objective pressure getting through as well. Maybe just a single tick or two got captured. Now it's Vancouver's turn to try to push their way forward.
Nice opening pre-nades. Hixie in. Finds one. Good stuff. Not a lot of hit points to work with there, and unfortunate timing and not enough coverage there through mid to stay alive on the A zone. Still, that spot gets picked up immediately by Abuza, who's out there now. Picked off, taken care of. Again, it's a difficult thing to do, and here comes the trap. Hixie's got to win some big ones here. It starts with 1, and there we go. 3 down, opportunity to move.
Hey, go for the B zone as well, because number 8 is completely out of the picture. Geo has the helicopter, but the B zone is what is getting captured. There's a tick of progress rolling through. 0-4 though does get traded, and now Geo's getting in the mix, but not before 2 ticks roll through. Now the gunfight's being exchanged. Geo's gonna fall, and Hixie, well, should as well. He was at least left 1 HP, but Vancouver capitalized, seized the moment. 2 ticks of progress on B long term is a beautiful thing. Now you can try to focus in on this A site, and you're gonna have to, because for Hixie, all of his teammates just fell.
Going for the old Carpe Diem as soon as they have the opportunity. A lot of red dots here for Hixie, but he's trying to find at least. Over towards the B zone we go once again for Abuza. It's a tough one. Too much choice. It's one of the hardest things for us to deal with, these people. You nearly done the B zone. Nero manages to pick off a pair, so that's going to be another 3 down. Bad looks now as Surge have been pushed once again to the brink of protocol. 11 lives here on the attack for them remain as Rocket are having their way.
Oh, and this is a 6 spree from Nero that could have gotten stuffed if Hixie shot his gun just a little bit straighter, but Abuz is at least there for the trades. Problem is 20 seconds on the clock, and I have a last ditch effort to go for the B zone, but Hixie's made his way out there, and so does everybody. So Minnesota Rockers sort of just let everybody roll through. Astral, of course, being the player up top with the Jackal, not ideal for the situation, and just like that, Vancouver have an opportunity to capture this A zone, but they're gonna have to do that with only 8 lives remaining.
We've possibly seen crazier things. 0-4. Good work. Paul's shoulder. Oh, sorry, Estriel's shoulder there saves the day. 3 dead for the Vancouver boys. Not what you want. 5-15. There's the opportunity to catch a couple of kills and maybe get a segment out of this, but you've got to start winning some major gunfights.
Yeah, nah, 14v3. All things considered, though, on the objective battle, 4 ticks of progress is fantastic, given how that first round went. So now you just get nasty, maybe an opportunity to play 25 seconds, pick up some extra kills, pad the stats, keep the pressure on, or die immediately. You have options, but Vancouver, advantage on the objective, but 2 defensive round wins in a row. Standard stuff so far.
This is what it looks like being on the outermost part of the helipad.
So annoying.
This is tough, man. I mean, what we were talking about, you know, spawns being influenced by the fact that you can see them in hardpoint. Yeah, that is not the case in Control.
No, that tree, it blocked it. You not see through the leaves? That was where they were.
We watched so far spawn up at the end while the guns were being, the bullets were actually traveling. Are you kidding me? All right, well, here we go. 1 apiece. Back at it we go. Surge on defense this time.
That's why I put my hands up and went like, I don't actually know. It's, you know, a lot of different things can be happening. And just like a really down low spiral hit. How about that angle from Hixie to drop him? Yeah, unexpected, but at least Estriel is there for the trades. But they want this B pressure first. Paul-X touching the point, maybe trying to bait these AR players into peeking their heads over the top of it. But fortunate for Paul-X, his teammates just fall. Him and Geo collect a few kills, but gonna be tough to really stand on this objective.
Yeah, Geo darts around. Top tripped windows there. Gonna be finding kills all over the place. Nasty. Good timing. Not enough, though, to get Estriel. Not enough hit points. Not enough fuel in the tank, literally. And the attack now, looking really good there from Vancouver Surges. Again, mid-map is all yours. A lot of damage over towards the B side of the map now. Yeah, good. Pushing forward. Who's that? Spawn. Big shots out of a Boozer. Geo. Oh, careful. Son nearly fell off the map. My goodness. It is all happening, man. Red dots all over the place. And this is endless. Good shots out of Nasty. Finds two. Hixie gets his as well. And you are in the blender, Rocker. Can you escape?
This is the Omega Blender as well. The type of blender that Nameless will have a few nicknames for. The Awakening Blender. Oh, that is something that has to be earned. But Minnesota Rocker struggling to control anything on the map on the attacking end in 10 seconds. Just going to have to flood into the zone. And I mean, you know, Abuz is getting help from that gunfight. He had 0-4 in the windows. You got players prowling in your spawn, and Minnesota Rocker offered us nothing in this round. If they could get a tick on B, it would be a prayer, and they can't even deliver that.
Wow.
Painful one indeed.
Wow. Vancouver, perfect defense. Not a segment, and not that many kills either given away. That was fantastic, boys and girls. That's how you do it. I can't lie, I've been on the receiving end of that once in ranked, and it's godless experience. There's nowhere to go, nowhere to breathe. Endless pressure and beautiful shots here from Abuza. He had a couple of nice strings that we got the pleasure of watching. All right, big advantage now, Surge. Can you close it out?
And well, keep in mind for the closing it out, they've already locked up the defense for the round 5 as well, almost certainly, with how dominant their defensive rounds have been. So test their luck on the offensive round, but they've done the hard work. Now it's just about trying to keep that momentum going. One player down low to watch this. You're waiting for the trades to roll through, slide out for 0-4, but Estriel decimates you, gives you the first 2.
You ain't traded nothing. He picks up 2. Out of the spawn, we now try to fight Vancouver. Geo's back in his happy place. Look at him. He's way, way out there. B-zone's going to be the place where you want to go right now, and Abuza might not have... Yeah, he didn't see Estriel from down low, who's continuing to have a wonderful life here. 3 dead. If not for 0-4 battling over here by the lighthouse. And Estriel is certainly hot on his heels. Oh, this is awkward. That's really awkward.
Damn.
0-4. Stacking it up. Progress at B. And they're still getting the capture going.
Yeah, only 2 players, though, so it's not going to be quick progress. And you had 0-4 leaving the point to play for the spawner. So Nasty gets left to die, but 0-4 was at least keeping the pressure up. You see Vancouver. No, they weren't going to make anything magical happen on that B zone just yet. So Hixie plants his feet on the A zone and stops the clock and get a little bit more progress as well. So they're just buying themselves time, maybe even just to win it on a kills column front. Abuza gives you a big 2. Abuza there to give you 3. Now Geo, last man standing. He's going to drop. Now you can stack the zone. Buy yourself an extra minute. Vancouver might just be stringing themselves together an offensive round win.
The unbreakable Belgian. Secure A. Now, directly towards the B side of the map you go. Estriel with another ridiculous 2-piece. He is Mr. Submachine Gun. When it comes to taking on the Surge boys, before trying to maintain some sort of presence here down low, his teammates are getting bodied upstairs. Now we try, and I mean try, to give his teammates an opportunity to get across map. Get them out of the trap if you can, and this is one way to do it. Shots from Paul though upstairs. He has been a stalwart of defense there for the Rocker boys. And now we make our way out towards top. It's going to be a foot race to the power positions and the gunfight on top mid. And Nasty red and dealt with. Geo can't get the second. 9 plays 12. Vancouver starting to bleed out.
Yeah, and they're getting some of the kills as well. And you see their approach on the minimap, trying to sort of take it from all angles. Plenty of pressure over towards P2 until Nero pieces you up and disrupts that entire push. And Nasty, yeah, just traded out instantly. You are again back to square one, and now with Estra behind you, well, it is a nightmare. 4 respawns remaining, or no respawns remaining, 4 lives for Vancouver. This is looking hopeless.
Well, are there miracles to be made here on Protocol? There's 30 seconds to make something happen. Spied out the flank. A shot set up 04. Trades are there. Not sure how Abuza just killed Paul. I think he threw his gun at him. I didn't know you could do that in this game. And here goes Nasty. What a slide from Nero. Big win. Last 2 members here of Surge battling desperately for some form of time. And Geo, he and Abuza with a bit of a protracted gunfight. All it does is drag it out into a final round. Defense is assured for Surge. Rocker, here we go.
Yeah, so make no mistake, large advantage here for Vancouver on this final round because Minnesota, especially so, haven't really offered us too much on the attacking end. Obviously, extremely difficult. You see how effective the spawn trap blender, constant pinches getting set up is, but someone for Rocker is going to have to really step up to the plate and contain these Surge players on these flanks as they go for the approach. And maybe a couple tools to play with, like Estriel down low computers has been pretty effective at his job getting that under wraps. You just need someone else to deliver. And they're going for a just straight up mid-map hit. So trades rolling through and the mid-map straight into the arms of Nasty. Takes down 2, and just like that, the opening break is cooked. You are back to your spawn.
For how long? Thinks he gets pinched. Taken care of here by bottom lockers. Now space here to work with. The boost is living by A. Nice shots, nice nade. Doesn't matter. Less than a minute to play. 04's got a corner. Down by the helipad. Spotted out. Dealt with. Abuza still with the pressure now mid-map. Estriel can find 2 out of this life. Oh, baby. Good shots. Finds it. 3 dead. Onto A.
You've opened up the map at the very least. Now it is about containment. Do not let these Surge players get through, and that is not the most ideal start. It's a good life maybe for him to burn because you get the pressure up, but you see the B zone side of the map is now open. That means the flanks are going to start to roll through. Abuza's working the windows. 04 working the pressure from the front. You did not contain these Surge players, and now you're in a nightmare spot.
You're not wrong. In the flanks, I mean, it comes in the form of hitting players in spawn. It comes in form of hitting the top trip window, and that is exactly Vancouver have abused the angles to take care of business here. Boozer quietly sliding his ass down the stairs there in the rainy map, finding kills all over the place. Mega pressure now towards the back line. Final few moments. Oh, and it's starting to get real ugly. Rocker, keep fighting out of spawn. 20 seconds to make something happen here. We're on A. You found a couple of kills. 04 could end it. Can he find anything on here? He's been stunned, he's been dealt with, now he's been pushed back, and the capture's continuing. 1 segment remains. This game is not over.
And close on the life count as well, so if you just buy yourself a little extra time, which you have secured that, maybe you can just win the TDM game. Of course, as you say that, you look at the kill feed. Vancouver wipe you off the map. Geo's the last one up, and this is a man that needs to stay alive. 04 on the chase, but yeah, he chalks it up and just goes and plays for spawners. Absolutely the right call. So while Geo was behind you, he's been dealt with, and everybody back towards their spawn. Defense on protocol for these 2 teams reigns supreme.
04. What a map you've had at 33 and 27. Leading the charge. Final 2 lives for Rocker. Consolation kills. And a small cherry on the stats board. What a brilliant, brilliant game from both teams. But in the end, I'm calling it like it's over. But it is not. What the hell? Estriel with the gunny. But Surge, all smiles. That's the win. And that's the lead in the series. Another banger of a map between these 2 teams.
Well, all things considered for Vancouver, I'd say a pretty comfortable one in the end, just because the defenses were absolutely locked down. Even on the opening break, they just completely handled all that pressure through the middle of the map. And Abuza, here's the best play. Welcome to the movies. Just doing a phenomenal job changing up the angles, playing for the spawners, and it truly is a map on offense where all 4 players have to know and understand their job at all times, and they have to deliver on that and then some. And of course, you know, it's a map that has like 5 different lanes you have to watch. So if 4 players are doing their jobs, still the opportunity to get broken down is there. But you have a shootout on defense, and obviously Vancouver, it's to light those kills up. Maybe more credit to guys like 04 and Abuza on the offensive end, giving you just a little bit extra there to help you make sure you secure the defense for that final round.
Well, good looks, lads, but the highlights, it's going to be a lot of everything from everyone here. We saw some wild ones. This gunfight win from Nero. I mean, Hitsy's minimap there would have been covered in red dots. Like, he's trying to get the guarantees. He's trying to play this smart. And that fraction of a second he took cost him the gunfight there against Nero. Little moments like that just sting at the pro level. But either way, you pull away with a win. You're going to be happy with that Vancouver surge, especially against a squad like Rocker. And Chance, you brought this up. You know, many months down the line, we might be talking about the road to champs, and both of these teams arguably could be on the bubble there. Plenty of time still to change their fate here in the CDL, but for now, lads, it's one series at a time, one map at a time, and a couple of 2 pieces like that at a time, if you don't mind. Oof, we had it all this map.
Yeah, it's complete conjecture or like guesswork who's going to be like on that bubble towards the end of the year. But any of the teams that are not clearly at the top, you know, roster changes start like happening after majors go through. People like constantly trying to figure out ways to improve, and you got to find the separation, and you have to do it against all the other teams in the middle of the pack. So Vancouver Surge, really big opportunity with a late resurgence in the qualifying stages to end up coming away with potentially a pretty good record and decent seed going into the major. So these boys are in ultimately a pretty fine spot. So reasons for there to be smiles on their face. Of course, though, we know about the grit for Minnesota. We know how much Minnesota Rocker love airtime. They love a game 5. They want to be on camera as long as possible. So, you know, they're going to be battling it on Vault. The map is which for Minnesota Rocker, 2 of their wins, literal nail biters, come down to a final P1, games being won on the inside of like 5 to 10 point margins. So they've been getting away with murder on Vault Hardpoint, and they need that once again to force the map 5. But I will say on the side of Vancouver, if you're winning the skyline and players going double negative, you're feeling good about your odds if you're getting that full team contribution. So I think if I'm a Vancouver Surge fan, I'm pretty happy right now.
Happy. But also, you know, the COD gods, they are very much, their powers stretch from series to series. And Rocker, known for their game 5s, whether they win them or lose them, you know they get them. Stud and Shift might not be calling this one, folks, but that doesn't mean we're not guaranteed a game 5. And Rocker, yeah, they love the airtime. That's one way of putting it. But will they find the airtime here on Vault? Again, a game 5 would be very interesting. Red card between these 2 teams. But we'll get there first. For now, for Vancouver, rather, you've had a good run. Respawns were solid. You weren't wrong, mate. Outslayed. Players going double negative. Still managed to maintain the lead. You had a good look there on control. Very solid gameplay. Calm. Mostly mistake-free. Can you do it on Vault?
I mean, I certainly believe him. AR player's been on point. Fun fact about Abuza, his name spelled backwards is Hazuba. Equally fun to say. Don't know if it has any meaning. I suspect not, but either way, a top-notch AR player. Sophomore season for him in 04. And they're just looking to come away with those extra 10 CDL points. And I know these guys have, you know, they've been chirping about online, not feeling super comfy for how distant in a cold spot that they're going to be playing in, but this is their final series before going to the very warm land environment we're going to be having in Spain. So to end on a positive note, these guys will be riding that high into the major. So fist bumps out and about, getting ready for action.
I make it sound like Vancouver are playing outdoors. Play in the open air.
In the wind.
In the wind and the rain. Nothing can stop them. Full hard point. Map 4. Match point for Vancouver, which is a lovely city, by the way. An incredible place. An event would be awesome, guys. Just a gentle hint there. Nero has been a demon. A very strong and formidable foe in the respawns. 44 and 33 in map 1. Let's see if he can do it again on Vault.
Don't hold up the 3-0. Change it to a 3-2. Like, this is how you guys are getting your wins. Just give the extra 2, unless he's holding up how old Slasher is. Holding it down for the old ones.
Shout out all the dirty 30s out there. It is the premium decade. Here we go, right into the mix. Nobody caught that one, but you're going to catch hands now as Nasty makes his way with the point. Geo on the pinch finds his as the trades and P1 are there. Surprisingly, quite a slow start. Chance, I mean, the kills are now flying. What was it, 10 odd seconds to go? Oh, sorry, past in the hard point. That's a bit of a pretty tame beginning.
And great work to get the time. Paulex didn't even have to get a kill for his team to lock that one down. So credit to Estriel and Geo for that initial punch. All things considered, I mean, solid little stuff. Get a 13 seconds on the P1. If you got the hallway control, you imagine you can keep the players out of the time. And there's the trades rolling through. Snapper on point. There's the trades. Nero getting active. Great damage output being done. And it's not like this is going to be for a ton of scrap, but all that kill pressure is just to keep Vancouver fall away. And with a team kill rolling through and Estriel for 2, free and clear on this rotation. That's all 4 down. It's Minnesota Rocker in time.
Yeah, Hixie must have seen a Zuba and not a Boozer. Sorry, man. My mistake. Took care of business there. Rocker once again, though, in their hard points. Strong starts. P2's treating them right so far. A Boozer.
Oh, nice.
Damage dealt there. Couldn't tell if that was a teammate who took the hit marker there, but regardless, so far it allows him to get in. It allows him to help with the break there. And the backside spawns, though, still Rocker will be behind. Is anyone turning for this? Someone's got to have an arrow on it. And not yet. Oh, Hixie. Caught out. Big win from Estriel. That's the break in the back.
Yeah, neither team able to really secure the back spawns and keep things under control. Abuja right now waiting for his teammates to get the pressure on the front, so their heads are turned forward. They be able to trade out some of these kills, but I gotta say, Estriel has been on point, winning the big gunfights around the time. So Hixie, well, he started out 1-9 on the skyline, 1-7 here on the vault. Very different map being played, doubling up his kills in that moment, but long term, you see Minnesota Rocker, 3 players over by Art and Estriel on the pinch because he's coming from the old time. Hixie needs to go large.
So far, medium. Good enough for now to get his boys the kills, but not the space. Rocker have spawned close now, flooding towards that hard point. They'll be in there soon. Nasty and Abuza working the outside. Inside the maps, Hixie back off spawn. Nice work there. Hixie finds 2. Nasty gets his. That's everyone down and out. That's right over towards the new hard point, boys. Turtle up right now. Rocker, here comes Surge.
Oh, we are playing TDM as well. They get it down like that in Vancouver. Snap into position to go and flank and, you know, pinch these spawns or flip them rather. So they leave the time empty to make that happen. 100% the correct call. So Vancouver, an opportunity to get back in the mix. And Hixie, from, you know, 2-7 or whatever it was, now to 6-9. So we started out medium. Well, he made the large play on the P3. His teammates are going to be set up around this new time. 0-4 gets Geo off the board as well. They should be good to collect this entry time. They're going to have all 4 players nearby. 25 seconds they have on the game clock as this hill pops.
That's great, man. You sanitize that side of the map. The wipes out 99.99% of germs, and Minnesota Rocker players cleaned up from the area. That is ideal. A wicked turn of events, though, now. An avenue to fight through. Art's building onto the point. That's Estriel once again. Big gunfights, winning them nearly. I'm going to Abuza through the back, and the break is done, folks. Nasty's got to get some damage dealt now as he gets the pressure on, but Geo doesn't fall prey to the wall bang. Takes a window and takes a kill.
Yeah, that is a tough one, though, and a huge moment for Minnesota Rocker. That grit reigning supreme. You had 25 seconds. You took it up to 42. That was all 4 men in the right spot, set up around a money hill, and Vancouver Surge simply cannot deliver. Final 10 seconds as well. Abuza wants to take it from you, but yeah, Rocker gonna secure those final few. About a 50-point game right now, maybe 45 between these 2 teams. Rocker holding on to that lead.
First set. Solid once again out of Rocker. This was where things started to turn around for Vancouver, and once again, second go around. That's a clean 4 down. Nero identified, but the spawns are weird. We've got top left, we've got 1 man on the right as a pinch here. Are you going to read this? I think you have to. You've already got a man down, so can you deal with the kills and the pace? The answer is a resounding yes. Well done, Surge.
Yeah, the only downside for Surge is actually going to be those spawns. So could have had a little bit more, but either a player not blocking in time or the game just delivers Nero the gift in the back, whichever one it was. Rocker happy for it long term, but this has been a P1 that honestly Surge, They've gotten a pretty sizable chunk of time. Finally, Rocker wipe them off the board, force the spawns out deep, except not really. Two players going to be inside of Useless, but here on the back line, this has been his home.
Yeah, look, you got a great spawn, but you didn't get Nero. He got you both. And with that, might be the difference makers. Now P2 is ready to go. Open the door, please. Oh, okay, Trophy was still on the outside. That's fine. We're talking about how important trophy placement has to be. And that's an unfortunate one. But hey, what do you know? 4 right through the middle of the map. Oh, the brakes on a P2, and they're in. And just like that.
Yeah, you get those 2 kills in the back, and then you don't bother playing for the spawns. You run right towards time, and you lose it instantly. So it's a slight annoying moment there. And well, now Vancouver, again, just trying to capitalize off of those little mistakes. Decent little P2 time being accrued. A lot of pressure on the back as well. Nasty dealt with Nero. Every gunfight this dude has in the back, it seems like he's been on point.
2 down, 0-4. Gives you boys the space. Hixie can only get damage. Spawns are still there in the back. Nades are throwing. Everything's hitting. Absolute pandemonium. Clawing this one back slowly. 0-4. Head on a swivel. Nice shots out of Estriel. P3's ready to go. Nero, once again, the man on the road. Fighting those fights.
How about that angle? A little route. Yeah, Geo actually gets a kill there too before he actually gets caught. So he doesn't put the spawns, but maybe a long-term influence. Even now, Abuz is going to be 1 HP. So Estriel there for the trades. And now Estriel's underneath you. So again, little kills go a long way. I think Geo on that pickup in that route might have a pretty big impact. And Estriel from down low is flipped his spawns. These are the plays Minnesota Rocker are looking to make. Of course, though, on time, it's Hixie in a contest spot. It's 0-4 for the coverage. And a 5 spree as well from Estriel. It's that long-term battle. This is absolutely shaping up to be another nail-biter game between these two teams.
We're getting the airtime, Rocker. And you get the hard point time as well, though. Nice 2 out of Geo. Minnesota Rocker, you have a lead for now. You have the spawns. Let's go for a listen in.
Play back guard. They can go statue on you. Back guard. Bottom art. 04. I bottom art. And one's backside hill. One to you. Got one. Backside hill. Yeah. Close front. 2. 3 times. 3 times. I got it. What's top wall? What's going square? I'm dead. Square kill me. Square. Jumped out. He chased kills. Weak. I was 3-2. He's weak in the deep. Only one time. I killed. I'm one top. Might be top. One time. I blocked the back. I just spawned hard then. Time. I keep him. I'm dead. He gets one back. One more. I did it back. In the back. Oh, he's dead. Lion. He's in the back door. I'm 1 HP, bro. I have a streak too. Okay, and he's square. I'm my left, bro. Square right now, hit up. I'm my left. Square one, top back. I want both of this. Top hookah and square. Explode. Hookah, watch out, what's up? I have a streak. Okay. Hookah got out. He didn't peek the right. Going left. One still here. Zero, one shot, zero. Try to hog him, bro. Try to get that guy in. Oh, that's it. He's zero dead. He wants the pitch. They know he's spawning. No. I got one. I spawned hard block. I'm holding you. Give me close on us. Close open. They have to go left. I'll block the block. I'll block. I'll first gun. He might spawn on you. Line weak. I have your help. He went towards the right. He's in the hall. He might go forward connector. I have your open. Take my left. Ball. Nothing cool. We go ball. He go full. Go full. I have it. Fix it up. What's that? We hold. That guy hold. Nasty. I'm blocking. You can go right. I have your right. He's right already. Nasty. I'm up here. Gonna be close. Okay. We'll get the right. You. Too close. Yeah, both weak. Yeah, both weak. 04 and Hicks. In you. Sure. On left side open. Here. I got pushing up front. Look at me go. I'm pushing left. Oh, that's my gold.
So Rocker, a delightful listening there, Chance. I felt like I was absolutely part of the play.
That is super clean. And the AR players from Minnesota doing a really good job of blocking spawns as well and keeping things under control and really letting their SMG players sort of get off the chain and fly around. Estriel, the beneficiary of it. Another 2-piece for him. And already has 32 kills under his belt as well. And now a 50-point lead. I mean, this is Rocker's game to lose. And Escher on the back line again. Another 2-piece off spawn. Pulls out the aims to get it done. Estriel's having himself a map.
He's not ever yet, though, and it's another 3 down for Vancouver. This P2 has been brutal to them. They've got the rotation towards the new hard point as well, but that's another 15 seconds you're going to lose out on, so a costly, costly moment. Surge, trying to stop anything from happening here. Dirty spawns now on the top right. We're going to see Paul get into the fight first. And here we go. Potentially the final hard point in the map if Rocker can have it their way.
You know, I don't know exactly where it's going to get used. Maybe just not at all, but keep in mind, Geo does have a Hellstorm. Maybe for a P1 if we get there, but with shots like that, we're not going to make it. Paul X is looking to call game, maybe even on this P3, but long-term Rocker, left side spawns. They can just post up and play for kills. Again, a lead like this, hard to throw away.
That's Rules Hellstorm. Ooh, might be coming out soon. You got 30 seconds to grab here. Paul, though, he's shooting like that. He's shooting like that with Geo at the side of him. Oh, the nades are good, and you are in, lads. Estriel's got the middle of the map covered. Now to pick up the players on the pinch. Nero's there, too. Good shots and great damage, but 3 dead now for Rocker. Into the back line. Paul is there again. 10 to go. Rotation, though. He's on it.
I think he just spawned here too, and this is just going to drag so much attention. The longer he lives, the better. Booza having to fly so far back to get to him. His teammates at least able to get pushed up over towards Zard. So Rocker already going to have a little bit of early pressure, but Nasty No 4 get the picks in for a P4. The Vancouver Surge dropped the ball in the first set of rotations. An opportunity to make amends and get a strong hold. Geo, though, looking to break it down.
Yeah. Here we go. Hellstorm. It's an indoors hill, trying to catch the players on the outside. You're going to get at least one off spawn, and the back door gets blown open, but no hope. Here come the players through the front. Rocker still on the approach. Hixie wins up big, and 04 joins him in the feed as well. That's Drill now. Last man trying to make his way through the side door. Geo finding kills as well. Is it enough to break? Is it enough to get in? No. Vancouver have held it together, holding on still by the skin of their teeth. Their hairs on their chinny chins. The Rocker, big bad wolf, could not break it.
They made amends. That is the P4 hold they were looking for. Frankly, a nice gunfight win by Estriel. Slow those players down so his teammates will be set up around this new time. 20 seconds and Rocker forced the game 5.
Oh, they're trying to hold it. Here you go. Paul on the back pedal, can't catch anything. Catwalk side, the last 2 members of Rocker now have been hit and they have been banged up. They've got to retreat. How well are you going to read this surge?
What is this route?
He's doing it.
He got through. Wow.
Oh, see you later, mate. Geo. The boys are there for it. Is it going to pay off? No one knows he's there. His boys are in. 10 for the win. Kills are there. Geo! Oh, it pays off. Can he get the last kill? No. Geo brings one down. 04 straight in. A surge. Fighting, kicking. Nero up next. The shots are good, but the hard point is still in play.
Rocker want this now because they made those pinch plays and they're going to block those spawns and flip out for new. So you got the kills, but 7 seconds to go. Surge have to contest just for 2 seconds and they might not be able to get it. Final player from the top gets in, gets the kills, and forces the new time. Surge are here first.
A single second. Geo once again trying to make another hit.
Oh my God.
Single kill, and that's all it took. Oh, baby, Rocker, you got it in the end. A little anticlimactic, I can't lie, but boys, you put together one hell of a crazy route to break that P1 and nearly pulled it off there. We're going to a game 5. You're going to get your airtime. And my word, the COD gods, they have smiled upon this series.
These guys are playing a dangerous game, Miles. I'm telling you, routes like that, but that is just extra 40 bombs being added to the pile. You see Geo finished off with 44. Looks like Estriel, yeah, 43 right there to match them. And frankly, Estriel, MVP of the map without a doubt. Of course, on the flip side, 04 also threw up 46. I did not even realize how much damage and output 04 just had, but well, his stats in my mind get lost to the wind. We just focus on Rocker doing a great job of letting those players fly. And Paul X might have had a tough one, 24 and 40, but I'm telling you to listen to just doing a great job of at least blocking spawns constantly, making sure the rotations are nice and sound, and really just allowing Estriel and Nero to attempt to go buck wild. And Estriel, again, had himself a map. I mean, they had a good opening break and simply never looked back. But it was just dangerous. Had some close moments, but ultimately, there is no point for Minnesota Rocker to play maps 1 through 4. It is time immemorial coming down to a game 5.
Game 5 on its way, folks. Red card, S&D. With that map as well, 04 jumps to 2nd place on our hardpoint kills at what, 46? That was something, man. Well, we're putting in the work on Vault in the kills department. Now, though, we go for a quick break. Red card, S&D coming up next. The game 5 with Minnesota Rocker involved. Who would have thought it? Will this be a dub or will it be a loss? We'll find out, folks, shortly after this quick break. Minnesota Rocker, Vancouver Surge, game 5.
Upgrade your game with the Scuff, the official controller of the Call of Duty League. The Esports World Cup is an official partner of the Call of Duty League.
Map number 1, I'm leaning towards Toronto. Oh, Joe, I think we have a gift for you. Oh, it's early Christmas.
I missed out on the whole Christmas moment. Do you guys send that one back?
Do you need a receipt?
I got the receipt over here.
Yeah, receipt. What's the return policy on this thing?
I think 24 hours.
Do I have to open this?
Yeah, you have to open it
I
first.
do? Okay. Hello. This is weird. You look great. It's a brand new Maven. Merry Christmas! Yeah. They really got that on tight, huh?
Chopper cut. First up cut for him, shot top.
Oh, we can't trouble this? Well, that's tragic. I'll be slow to middle.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I think that side. Nade hit one a couple times and stunned mid cut.
What am I doing, bro?
One guy's in sub mid cut.
There's a check. Oh, I like it more. Spray me in the face.
Down to 3 for either side. This is going to be it. Last ditch attempt. Final of the point. Joe Deceives gets his. But 3 seconds to go. You've got to get on the zone, lad. Fresh mag. Send it. Wins it. Oh my God. It's a 2v1. Diamond Con. Can you do it? The boys are on the capture. It's now a 1v1. What a round of control. Diamond Con, if you win this. God damn, what a round.
They backed out the flame powder. Check. Alright, let's shoot left side middle. Like left side P2, left side P2. They needed me. I'm weak. My trying to tell me. Ball, then. You got it. Nice! Let's go. Hop on that jam. DK, good job, boy. He's on it, bro.
Oh. Nice try. Be good.
What happened there? What did we do?
what did happen there in that round 11? That's what happened in that round 11 at the start of this series, folks. So that feels like a lifetime ago, because that's right, it's game 5. If you've just joined us, it has been a nail-biting electric series. I don't know why we sold you the whole seat. You barely used any of it. Here we go into the final map, red card, between both Surge and, of course, Rocker. And again, Rocker, Chance, they love the game 5s. They just love them.
And this is what they do. I mean, icing up in the moment, having those gritty wins. All of their vault hard points are also incredibly close. Nero, by the way, just had, he broke the record for most engagements on a map. I know he didn't drop a 40 bomb. Like Geo, Estriel, and 04 all got 40 plus kills, but he died so much and had so many assists that he ends up getting more engagements than even Xnid did when he dropped 52 or 53, whatever it was. But red card, an interesting map for both these teams, especially so because Vancouver Surge, by God, do they love to play it. They've played it 5 times. This is number 6, more than every other S&D map combined. And Miles, they suck at it. They're just not good. They don't have good first bloods. They're not good on defense, not good on the attacking grounds, but they continue to play it. I will say, I think a really big factor in that has been sort of like a default sort of gameplay, strats that have been easy to read, and they haven't really evolved it. But assuredly, with their S&D getting a little bit better in the past few weeks, you know they've put the time in, but it'll be a fun one to see as Ticket Control 04 is just punching through some glass and does not get the first blood.
Yeah, it was kind of a crazy route to smash through front and then double back and hope for a weird timing on those players. And you got plenty of weird, but the bad news is so did the other team. It's 2v2.
Hey, we're treating this almost like it's a hard point with this kind of pace, but the bomb opened up over towards the B site. They're wrapping it out. So Paul X, is this spot going to be good enough to catch these players as they motion over towards the cross? That is such a tough angle.
Oh, no.
He gets away with his life, though. And now you know they have not planted this bomb. Vancouver, they don't really know what to do.
Uh-oh. Game time. Aston's going to connect on both of them. He will be notified, thanks to the in-game system, that he concussed 2 players, and that's good enough for the Surge boys to head out towards A. Nasty once again from atop his perch. You have eyes on these players. Ixie will be playing down low. Here we go.
And well, they've already like claimed space over on the ambulance side of the map. They're taking care of stage, so they know Hixie after planting the bomb. They know where he ran to.
Oh, sneaky.
Problem is, how about that for a diffuse spot? Paulix gets the kill. Nasty has to cross in. Good comms rolling through, and Nasty can't get it done. Instantaneous retake, and Nero 3 on the round and diffuses from just the right spot.
That was such a good little round. And from his POV, like, yeah, I've got bomb checks. Wait, the little hand comes out and like yoinks the bomb away. OMG's defusing. Wait, Hixie's dead. Wait, I have to jump out now. Wait, 2v1. What a round.
It's little things like that. Yeah, absolutely. And of course, for Vancouver Surge, you'd imagine the map that they have played more than any other team in the game, that they would be the team that knows about these details, that gets the plant spots completely on point, that have talked through what you want to do in these sort of 2v2 situations. But once again, Surge on the most played map, falter. And Nero, again, the beneficiary of it, is now that bomb. Astro working together with the 2 AR players over towards this A site.
It might have been a misplant. Just a tiny bit too far toward the bomb site, not far out on the stretch. I don't know. There's much we could go back and forth over that one, but regardless, Rocker with a delightful, delightful opener. Now with the bomb in their hands, they're going towards the A side of the map. A little bit love towards B here. But only, oh dear, in the form of suppressive fire. Nothing suppressive about that from Nasty. Turns Nero out.
And this is a turtle setup as well. With the default plant spot, you can see it from your own top window, but Jail's going to be taken from the stage. Nasty knows the player was trapped out on site. Interesting timing, though. 04 gets a kill. He's going to get traded. Abuza wins his one. He's going to get traded. And last man standing, Paul X gets traded as well. Beautiful teamwork and coordination there from Vancouver. It was 2 players that were, helping out to get the first blood on Nero. And I think every single player that got a kill, it was an assist rolling through as well. Multi-shooters coming out there from Vancouver Surge, and a nice little bounce back round.
Yeah, needed as well. Searching and destroying this game can be tougher as those rounds start to fall away from you. Everything you attempt goes wrong. After a while, it starts to get to you, and that sort of short-term confidence loss have you second guessing your play calls, second guessing your gunny. Hesitate in this game and pay the price every time. Another attack here from Vancouver. What sort of madness will we see this round?
Well, Nero at least spotted out on the cross. The 04, yeah, cancels the nade throw. No, you're not going to get the freebie over towards stage, but they got the intel. And 04 wasting no time, taking space. And eyes on Nero. Nero doesn't have a ton of help in this moment. A big responsibility on the defensive end, but maybe does enough with the pressure. Vancouver starting this rotation out, maybe over towards to work this B site in insanely bad timing from Paul X. That's just unlucky.
Yeah, I mean, whether it's 04, going for it, man. I mean, he's taking these opportunities when he can. And the gunny is absolutely there. We've seen him piecing on a red card before. Estriel, aye, the timing once again. Is there one in here? Is there two in here? No, they're everywhere. All the corners now populated. Are you getting a kill out of this? No, you're not. Estriel just did a lap and found no one. Shot in the back. There's another player in here. Gio gets two. 04 now to send it in and try to save the day. No problem. Surge, once again, ridiculous timings.
Yeah, that's Call of Duty at its finest. Even the spot 04 had in the mid, like 04's first kill on Paul X, Call of Duty timing. The spot and corner he had for Gio not to see him, very lucky, like sort of down to the details that your gun's not poking out. I don't know what kind of dance just happened over by the bomb, but I mean, shout out to Hixie just for staying alive and not letting Estriel kill him, or I don't know what happened over there, but you'll take it if you're Vancouver Surge. Ultimately, solid round. Again, get the first blood and execute after the fact, so on point there. 04 has had a ton of first bloods in S&D in this series.
This is going to be a good fight. It's all going over. Great damage. We're going to back on up without taking any more losses, though. 3v3. After quite the exchange, a lot of, actually, nearly all the lethals and tacticals are gone now after that one. Estriel still with bomb. And Gio might still be playing this rear guard towards B, but the A-bomb site and the B-bomb site now covered in Surge players.
Well, yeah, they're just baiting right now. They're waiting for someone to roll through on the flank, for someone to overcommit, and they've actually split the defensive setup quite well. So 04 is isolated on this site for the moment, and a lot of players surrounding him. Do you check the day one corner? Yes, you do.
Oh, nasty stunned. They got it there from Gio now. Can Abuza get in a position to reinforce? He can. And this is great damage from Nasty. This gives him a bit of an advantage. You do not have the manpower. You do not have the firepower. How will you break this Surge? Nasty in the check. Finds it. Gets away with his life. Abuza hoping for at least one of his. But Rocker give him nothing. Less than 20 to go.
Oh, that hiding spot from Gio. Yeah, the hiding spot from Gio is going to seal it. Yeah, nice work. I think someone on Spectator probably called out for Abuza that he was in the corner, but just a little too late. And those were phenomenal mid-round adjustments being made from Minnesota Rocker. I love the idea. They showed all the presence in the world over towards B. They sort of toy with the idea of wrapping out. Then they pump the brakes, make a little bit more noise, throw some stuns, but then they let things settle down, quiet out the map for an extra 10, 15 seconds. And then you just had Vancouver Surge forcing themselves to go back to playing for info. 04 is left by himself, isolated on site, and Rocker end up just overwhelming it. So great play calling, utilizing the time on the clock perfectly. We'll see if Vancouver Surge can cook something up in the same capacity. Those stuns, though, going to slow them down.
Yeah, stuns in this game are very handy. And again, the specificity to how many players you've stunned up really, really helps in the information war. Nero versus 04. We've seen them dancing around here in previous rounds. Oh, that's sweetie. And the timer on this, and the comms as well. 04 hits the pinch, and 04 gets it. Last man up, pulled. What a round from Surge.
Yeah, shout out Nasty. I think might have just won in the round with the comms from up top, and yeah, seals the deal with the final gunfight. He's responsible for the middle of the map, so when you see 04 and teammates cooking and coordinating nades, I mean, the middle of the map in their mind, if those people come through the double doors, they're dead to rights. That's just because they trust Nasty to lock it down. And a second look at the peach of a nade coming through from 04. I mean, just perfectly cooked just to get it over the top. And you see two players using the nades at the exact same time. So 04 gets the credit, but that is a full team effort there for Vancouver. And Nero just getting punished for playing the exact same spot.
And that's the kind of red card reps they've got. Hey, nading the guy back, hey. Yeah, I'm on it. 1, 2, 3, done. Nearly a guarantee every time. Will that be the same here? The numbers here from Surge, not necessarily it. It's all on Nasty trying to keep these boys back. And Rocker has shown a lot of respect chance. They've thrown a lot. They've not shown too much. And now the reinforcements are here. So it's going to be a 4v4 bang out on B. Here we go.
How good's your comms? How good's your trades? How good's the gunny? Good luck with this one.
Have fun, boys. Nasty. He's staying down. Oh, you've spotted out at least one. Gets the... Oh, he started. No, he doesn't. Rocker. They're walking away with a big advantage here. Paul trying to find something. Over top goes Hixie. The shots are good. 2v2. Geo levels it up there. Last man, a boozer. As a calm, quiet falls across red card. They plant the bomb at B.
And they don't know where Abuza is.
And they don't know.
Frankly, it might not matter.
They don't know that he's got a frag as well. There's no trophies in that room either, so you've got one piece of intel to get rid of a player from a usual spot. Good cook. Good damage. And not enough. Rocker survive. And they find the equalizer.
Yeah, and I'd say for Vancouver, maybe just a little bit too passive. Nasty obviously feels the pressure with 4 players showing face, sort of steamrolling over towards B, but as cheeky as his little corner spot was, even if he gets that kill, he'd be traded out instantly. You just gave up a little too much pressure, but that's just all these players crawling around. Nero just gets behind him, and again, even if Nasty gets that first kill, the trade should be instant, but just an instant 4 versus 2. Minnesota Rocker have been on point executing in those moments. And all tied up. Map number 2 is around 11. We might be well on our way to another one here in a game 5 as Vancouver Surge. They want the first blood to come to them.
They're not getting it, so they're going to go to B. And Estriel heard that, felt that. An unfortunate team kill from Hixie, but that's still a first blood.
You'll take that. Get the bomb down as quick as you can.
Likely unavoidable in that situation, but opening salvos, and this is nice. Team nades. Sem takes out a frag, goes in. Trophies, though. Oh, they do a good bit of job. They're saving the skin of the Vancouver Surge players on the inside of the site. The dance is now on. Nero, nice work on the in and out. Gets tagged up, stays alive. Paul trying to provide that coverage, and here we go. One more hit. Nero in and out. This time doesn't survive. Hixie pushing forward. Geo! What? The shots are good. He's staying alive. Hixie makes a run. Finds a kill. 1v1. And Paul is there for it with 15 seconds. Survives the endless war of trades and gets to defuse. Rocker take the lead.
That is so stressful. That is a very difficult thing to do on this map, is retaking that bomb site, and Minnesota Rocker get it done. Your comms have to be on point, and that is true for the offense and defensive team. But when you're going for the chows, when you're going for the time he's getting hits, as soon as anyone calls out, there's a player one shot, that's the go button. You're getting active, and Minnesota Rocker take care of business. So icy, and Paul, great job just making sure you hunt down Hixie. Don't let him sort of move his way out of the mix. The onus was on him to attack, and he delivers. Round advantage for Rocker. At the A site they go. A little bit of a default setup. Nothing's going to happen too quick in Vancouver. They're squaring up. They got full stage control.
Yeah, they got stage control, and they got intel now as well from the concussion. So what you do with it, lads, will you be able to capitalize with a couple of good ones? Now, Nero's in the mid-map. Nero is in your cheeks, and he manages only to get one. That's good enough for now to send Estriel forward. Try to pick up those power positions now. 04 down the stairs in an angle that no one is going to see until it is much, much too late. You might commit to this one. Estriel still the bomb carrier. Ah, he caught 04 out somehow. That's unbelievable. Man advantage.
Now they're going to be forced to make a play. Does it get red? Does the timing work out? Nasty might just have the timing to actually win them this round. There's the gunfight and the opportunity. A 2 versus 2. A Booza and Nasty on the outer wings. And yeah, if I'm Minnesota Rocker, I go, those are AR players. If you work towards the B site and they're taking that route, don't try to chase anybody in any corners. You got the better gun for the job. And it's up to a Booza right now to get the intel because Nasty is nowhere to be found.
Intel secured. Nasty now on the run. The Booza. Oh, decent tags. Ammunition management is the issue now. Estriel has been completely frozen in this fight thanks to the angle that Nasty has found. The question is, can you do anything with that? Who wins their ones? Oh my god, a Booza doesn't see it! And he's done. Nasty now. 1v2. Spotted out. The dance is on, and that is a sensational round from Rocker. The barrel coverage from a Booza steals the kill away from them that was by his all right. Oh my goodness, what a moment. That is a stinger.
Yeah, this map is about, well, A, how good is your timing and coordination over towards that B site, but also who's more willing to make the big play. Nasty goes large. Like, he gets active, picks up a kill on the flank, stops that A push entirely, but then both him and Abuza don't have any sort of control over towards B. And if you're an AR player, it is a nightmare to try to go for those retakes, but Vancouver Surge just left that door, that window of opportunity open from Rocker. They just pounce on that immediately. A 1-4 record on red card for Vancouver Surge. It's looking tough once again.
The gritty winter continues for Rocker. Surge, what have you got here, lads? Let's test it. And Paul is in a premium spot to maybe get a quick hit in and out kill here, but Nero. Oh, wow. 2 dead just like that. Surge with a big advantage, and now the bomb plant on A.
I tell you, Nero does not fear death. He is absolutely willing to die at any point in time. He had 40 of them on the old vault hard point, and now this is Estriel for a 1 versus 4 with no hope or a prayer. Vancouver Surge, great execution on the round, and again, Nero, I mean, he'll full send. He'll chase a red dot. He'll try to look for those kills, and when it's good, it's great, but Vancouver just there for the job. Once again, Nasty doing a great job controlling things from this window. You see he's done 1,400 damage as well, so he's been shooting this map. But right now, it's about sort of digging yourself out of a hole, but if you're in a hole, probably stop digging. It's to say it doesn't really make sense, right? Like,
why am I in this hole? Did I dig myself this hole?
You dig yourself into one for sure.
3-man towards B right now for Rocker. Solo defense from Nasty once again. We've seen this one before, and it didn't end well for Surge after a long and drawn-out battle in the VIP room. And this time round, yeah, Surge are playing it out exactly the same. Reinforcing B, giving up a bit of love towards A. And Abuza has a very, very long line of sight to work with just to keep eyes out, but it looks like we're doing it. It's a slow and an awkward one, but it's happening.
Hixie might be in the right corner to stop this push.
Stops nothing. Nero checks it. Lightning pace. Shoulders being thrown now. Many angles to worry about. Stun checks. No good. Nasty. Nasty finds a big one. Damage into the second player as well, but the frags have caused so much of a kerfuffle on the inside of the site, you have to reposition.
Bomb down as well. I think Minnesota Rocker might make the call to get out of Dodge. So they're leaving. There's been no gunfire exchanged. Do you fall for the bait? Nasty leaves the site. So now only 2 players here. 0-4 though on the defensive end. Locking down, gets the kill, out with his life. And now last man standing, Geo, and he falls as well.
Oh my God.
0-4 finding the big kills in that round. That is a 3 versus 4 defensive hold. In 0-4, another double-digit S&D performance. He has leveled up his game.
And you hesitate and you die in Black Ops 6. The bait and switch, the in and out, the hey, should we do this? Maybe no, yeah, can't think about it. Oh, too late, I'm already down and out. Rocker situation there. That stung just a little bit too much. Your 2-round advantage has evaporated. Round 11. The furthest we could go in this series, we're going all the way.
They want these nade kills on Nasty. He's been playing the corner. You see him chucking in that direction. 0-4. Spots him out with the RC car. You don't really have sight control, so yeah, he sprints right back in and try to keep it, looking for another first blood.
No way.
And there it is.
0-4. Oh, right up into it. Nasty backing him up. 2v2 now on the site. Paul finds one from the mailroom. Estriel with coverage over towards the bomb, and Paul, he can help him out down low. But they have to stay alive. Are there any nades left? Here come the stuns. Tension is on. One last fight in the VIP room. Nasty. Pinched. Trades are done.
That's bomb.
1v1. Paul versus Abuza. One shot. Run for your life, man. And the glass break gives Paul just a little bit more to think about. Bomb recovered. Are we going to go out? We're going out swinging. The timing. Did he get spotted out? I don't think he did. It's a square up, and it's done. It is Abuza, and it is Surge who take their time. And time is what we gave them with the long run in this Game 5, Round 11, but they clutch up. And you see how much this one meant to the Surge boys.
That is unreal. And for Minnesota Rocker, how close they could have been, but Abuza, one of the most clutch S&D players we had all of last year, delivers in Black Ops 6. When Rocker watched that round 11 back, though, they are gonna have nightmares. The Call of Duty timing was out of control, but Abuza just ends up getting the drop on him, the pre-fire, and I mean, he just leaves them in the dust. Paul X barely even able to get a bullet back that direction. Abuza picks up when needed to, man. Him in 04, the sophomore season, started as a slump, but they've been leveling up their game. Another S&D for 04, double-digit kills, phenomenal on the first blood front, and Abuza, the last line of defense, getting that final kill as well. But frankly, Vancouver Surge picked him apart on the first blood front. Maybe had a few painful rounds, but a 1v1 for Paul X that is going to haunt him for some time. His S&D, he has a few clutches here and there, but on the year, struggling in that game mode.
More love to 04. He hit the series kill record at 138, I believe. Wow. Good stuff.
Yeah, shout out Skyline.
Skyline treating him real good.
46 on Vault, yeah.
I mean, the Vault as well, man. Oh, my word. Wow.